Hello investors and traders, and welcome to the weekly market report with the market guys. I'm AJ Monty. This is a one-year daily candle chart of the Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF, ticker symbol DIA, and I've left my lines on the chart like I do each and every week so you can see how powerful technical analysis is with regard to forecasting the markets. And last Friday, which is this candle right here, I said that this was a long shadow below the candle, signaling that the buyers were moving into the market. That's a spinning top, almost a hammer pattern, but the point is that that long shadow represents the buyers coming in at that particular point, and my forecast line was drawn right here in this diagonal line, with the end of the line being my target price. Now, if you're new to the Market Guys weekly market report or any of our educational videos, you'll know that the technical analysis candles that we analyze here are the most accurate form of forecasting, but it's not used just as a forecasting tool. We use this also as a risk management tool, so that if we're in a position that looks like there's risk of sellers moving in, we can move our stops up on the individual stocks and at least limit the risk to the downside. So again, the end of this line is my target price. I said that we would most likely bounce off of this fan line, which we did, and look at that, hit the target perfectly. What I'm going to do is erase all of these lines to clean up the chart a little bit, and then I'm going to draw my forecast lines for next week. Now remember, Monday the markets are closed for President's Day, so we're going to have a shortened trading week. And if you look more closely at these candles, you'll see that there's a long stretch of green here. We call this a stale green light. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green candles in a row. And if you look, there's a long shadow above that candle from Friday's close. What does that mean? It means that the sellers are starting to move in, and we need to protect ourselves to the downside. So although this was a great week, expect a sell-off to take place next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think we'll pull back just like that. There's a support level down here which we have to keep an eye on, and whether or not we're going to go all the way down to support and bounce, we'll have to wait and see for that. Now that's the diamonds. Now if I go to the Russell 2000, which is a more broad-based index, again I drew my lines, and I drew a target resistance point right here, which is a role reversal. And you can see perfectly the Russell 2000 rallied up. It not only hit my target, but went a little bit further. And like the Dow, we see a long shadow above the candle from Friday. So as I erase these lines, I'll draw new ones for you. You'll also notice this blue line right there, which is the 20-period moving average. Many times that acts as resistance. So I think that the Russell 2000 will pull back next week in that shortened trading week. So make sure, again, you keep an eye on your downside stops. Okay, let's go to the Qs. That's ticker symbol QQQ, also known as the power shares. Same scenario. We had a fan line that was tested. We had the long shadow just like the Dow. I said that we would move up. There's the forecast line with the end of the line being my target price. We hit the target on Wednesday, went a little bit further on Thursday. Friday we have an inverted hammer right there, long shadow, again signaling that the sellers are starting to move in. Now what's most significant about this is that not only is that a red candle, but it's a red candle on higher selling volume. So as I erase these lines, I'll show you what the forecast is going to look like for next week. And right there, clean it up. The forecast for the Qs looking something like that, with the end of that line being my target. Okay, let's move along. Let's look at the spiders, ticker symbol SPY. This is the S&P 500 ETF. And again, same thing, perfect with the forecast, long stretch of green candles. The diagonal line represents my forecast from last Friday, the end of the line being my target. We hit the target perfectly on Friday. Now my forecast is going to, I'll just erase this one here. Now my forecast is going to be lower for the spiders. And I'll show you why the volatility index will support this pullback, but that's my forecast for next week, with the end of the line being my target price. Now let's go to the VIX. The volatility index is the leading indicator that we prefer to use, and what it does is it gives us an indication of the, I guess you could say, the level of emotional premium that's charged into the market. And you can see here that the VIX, my forecast was that we would rally up a bit before pulling back. We did that right here last week, and then I left my line in place. We hit my support level right here, and this was a 3-week forecast. What I'm going to do is just adjust this because I think that the VIX is going to rally back up. Remember, if we think that the S&P is going to pull back, the volatility index is inversely related to that. So I think the volatility index is going to rally just like that, with the end of the line being my target. Now, this coming Monday, we have an open house Q&A session. We open this up to our members and to those in the general public. If you'd like to participate in that, just go to themarketguys.com, scroll down just a little bit, you'll see a link right there that'll bring you to the registration page. Click on that link, fill in your details, and you'll get a reminder about the event coming up at 8 p.m. on Monday. If you'd like to learn more about our trade alert service, just click on the scrolling banner right there, click learn more, and it'll show you how you can subscribe to that. If you're seeing the percentage of accuracy on my weekly market reports week after week, then you can imagine how accurate the individual equity reports are. We have the best percentage of accuracy in the world. There is no analyst anywhere that can beat our numbers, and you're seeing this week after week. I prove it to you. I draw my lines, I leave my lines on there so you can see the evidence and the accuracy behind candle charting, and I hope you find this useful. So hopefully I'll talk to you on Monday at 8 p.m. It's an action-packed hour. We do this every month. I'll forecast your stocks, I'll answer your questions, and we'll have a lot of fun. So have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon. So long.
This video segment is a small part of what the Market Guys offer through their educational products and services. If you are interested in any of our Trade Alert services, or you would like more information about our one-on-one mentoring program, simply contact us at info@themarketguys.com.